So what is going on, guys? My name is Lethal and welcome back to another episode of the Strategies Guide. In today's episode we're going to be covering Dust 2. Now this one is probably going to be a lot shorter than the other ones, purely because this map is very generic, I guess is the right word. When it comes to strategies, there's not much you can run. It's just, or when it comes to games, it's all about how you run them and what times you run them. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into the A bomb site. So the first thing we can cover with Dust 2 is the long take and how to do the long take. Usually you send three people, potentially four, to take it and then split up once you've got it. So the first thing you're going to do is throw two smokes here, which blocks off the CTs who are playing the corner. They are going to molly into here, so be aware of that. Usually the first guy just tends to come into this dumpster corner and just delay. He'll molly out pit just to clear this area, and once the molly is faded and your team can come out, you then put a person into pit, and you can actually leave a person here into pit, or you can get ready for an actual A take. So what you got to be aware of also obviously coming out is checking this corner and this corner, just because that is where people tend to hide, as well as obviously checking the pit area. So let's have a look what that will look like in game. So now we're going to discuss, or as we discussed in the last clip, let's talk about how you take long control. Now, in my opinion, long control is so vital in this map, especially when you get a good AWPer or an AWPer into pit in this half full. Their control of sight is crucial to being able to take the site. So what we're going to do is we're going to first of all smoke these two. Now, I know these are not 100% accurate smokes, but it's roughly in the place you want it to be. This then forces the CTs to push through it, and they will obviously molly into the doorway. So usually your first guy gets out to here, and his job is just to kind of delay until that molly's gone, and then the rest of them come out. Usually what he does is just molly pit. That's a really bad one, but if it gets closer to here, the guy in pit has to be forced back downwards, and obviously is isolated. Once you've done that, it's just a straightforward clear out pit take, and then you're ready to set up for the next, or for the main execute onto the site. So that is long control. So next we're going to be covering the short and how to take short control. There's two or three things I tend to do when I do take here, which I will explain in a minute. But the first one, what I always do is molly out this corner, make sure that there's nobody playing close and that there is nobody there. Also, as I'm coming around the corner, make sure nobody's playing this close angle, purely because people do like to do that. So molly out there to make sure that we're all good. Then molly off the corner, purely because obviously a lot of AWPers tend to play that area, so then that forces them to drop off down here and then has to reposition over towards the car area. If you're lucky, this AWPer tends to just run out, and if you've got people along, it should be a pretty easy kill for them. So once the mollies have been deployed and you are able to get around this corner knowing that it's all safe, I tend to throw a smoke here so that the people short can then just go around like that. Or what it also offers you is for someone to jump CT and push onto the A site, or they can vice versa jump through the smoke and go CT to help with B split. It's just purely up to you and what you want to do. So that is short control. So next we're going to talk about short control and how to take short control. Now this is personally my favorite part of the map of Dust 2. I usually play this every time I'm on Dust 2, and this is just personally the way how I like to take in. Like I would recommend it. So there's kind of two spots you need to be aware of. This one in the very corner, and this one with the AWPer. Oh, don't want to fall off there. With the AWPer who tends to hold this angle. Now this angle is obviously extremely tough to get an AWPer out of, especially because it's such a slim angle. But the first thing I do when I come up short is obviously once you're able to get short control from mid, so obviously the Xbox smoke, which we will be covering in a second. Um, you molly here, which means that anybody sitting in that corner is now gone. And then what I don't know if this is the exact molly, but I think yeah. So that molly covers this corner, which obviously is where the AWPer will be playing. It's a very I don't tend to throw that one. Usually a teammate throws it for me, but as it was kind of there, we do know how to do it. But once you've knocked the AWPer off, and what they tend to do will drop down to CT, you've then got short control. You can do a couple of things from here. Um, you can throw a smoke from like here, and that makes a nice little not a nice little one way. If you throw it a bit deeper, it makes a one way, but then you can obviously CT drop as there is no vision. However, that's become more and more common, and people are getting used to it. But then obviously you can get behind here, molly out car, and so on and so forth, and clear the the site. So yeah, that's how you take short control. So one thing that's always crucial when it comes to taking sites is the split, especially on this map. Splits are so huge. So this is how to take the A site, AXQ. Um, so you obviously do your long take. Say you've got they were really bad dots. So you got we'll put two people for the sake of it in two people into pit, and we're gonna have three on short. So this is what I would tend to do. I would make sure you smoke, get the two people along to throw these smokes, get one of them out to molly car just so that we know nobody's there. Um, so then a simple smoke here, and your three people short will start to push onto the site. Your people long would also start to push up with a really bad arrow. I would molly out Goose. That's pretty much the only spot I would molly out. Or you can molly the A side. I know that's kind of hard to see, but molly out the A side just to make sure nobody's there. One guy can CT drop and push through the smokes or kill anybody here, or can go CT and do it that way. And then once you've done that, you should be able to clear out all the other positions and ultimately take the site. So yeah, that's how to A take. So we're going to talk about an A execute now. We've talked about short, talked about long. Now what happens when we put that in motion and how to do it? So there is preferably two people short or three people. I wouldn't say any more than three, and a couple of people long. So there's two things or two ways you can do this. You can do this smoke, which covers the whole of CT, or you can do these cross smokes, like that, which block off the whole of CT. These long guys, once they're out long, we'll want to molly out car just to make sure there's nobody there, clears out the whole entire corner, whole of car position, forces this badly. But molly here just to clear out anyone from there. You don't have to throw that. The goose one I would definitely recommend. Your short guys will then come out. Obviously the CT smoke's still blooming. If anyone's there, they get the kill. If anybody was playing goose in that corner, they are now forced out onto the site and they have to take either the short fight or the long fight as you guys are crossing. So let's just have a quick look. Let's just say you do throw the cross smokes. You molly out car, molly out goose. That is what it will look like on the execute. What you can also do is throw the, oh, I keep getting stuck. Throw this smoke, and then the guy can jump CT and then push through or kill anybody that is in the ramp position. So that is how we do an A take. So now I'm going to be covering mid and how to take mid control. Now the first thing you always want to do is front Xbox smoke. It allows your people to get up short, and obviously if you want to take mid control and ultimately do a B split, it helps out when you've got this. So then what you do is you molly out this close behind the door area just so that nobody's there. Once you've done that, a CT smoke here which cover blocks off the whole of CT, and then you just flood like this. There's 3 or 4 main spots. You got to watch here, the doorway, up here, and the window. So if you've got 3 people and there should only be 2 people on the site, you've got numbers, trades should work out in your favor. So pretty simple, pretty standard mid take. That's how you take mid. So now we're going to be covering mid and specifically how to take mid control on this map. Now the one thing I mentioned in the short clip is obviously by smoking Xbox like that, you guys are able to get up short. Now this could be vital in a mid take if you want it to be. It's kind of optional. It just depends on you and your team. Smoke here, and then to jump CT when you are approaching mid, it means that the CT guy does get shot in the back. He's got 2 angles to watch and so on and so forth. So mid take. There's a couple of places you want to watch in mid, behind the doors, obviously the CT box, and then going up to B. So the one thing that a lot of people do is just throw that simple molly right there, burns out into the corner, so anybody in that corner is going to be absolutely fried. Anybody behind the door is going to be dead. Once you are there, you can check out the smoke series if you don't know how to throw a smoke, but what all you do is line up with this, and you got a CT smoke. A couple flashbangs over the wall would be perfect. Another way you can take mid is by throwing a flash, and that guy here has to turn and blow up, and by the time he turns around, you should be able to have a frag. So once you come out mid, the CT smoke is down. The main 3 areas you got to watch are behind the boxes. Well, actually 4 areas: boxes, doors, the window, and the scaffolding. But once you've flooded it out and that CT smoke is still there, just use your numbers or use the numbers to clear out all these areas and to B split. If you do drop a guy CT, as I showed earlier, this CT guy should be able to kill the guy that's probably waiting behind the smoke is the rotate guy. But yeah, that's how you take mid control. So now we're going to cover the B split and why the B split is so important in this game and in this map specifically. So the B split tends to have two people. Actually, I would send three people mid and two people up at B. You would do it as if you're taking mid control. You would smoke off this and molly behind the doors to start off with, and then this your three people will push out to mid. One of them can stay behind to watch the flank. That is your choice. But then what happens is this. You send one guy to the door, one guy to the window. This guy window has got the field of view over the whole site, so he will relay information if it's people car, if it's people in the cubby hole. And then whilst doing that, your two people up a B will push out. These people, in my opinion, are the trade killers. These two people in the door and the window will take the main fights on the site, and then these two coming out of tunnels are the people that are meant to trade the kills. Now, if your two players here are very smart or just can play the game really well, they'll probably stay alive as long as possible. Obviously, they're against time with the CT smoke, so if you do leave a guy down here, make sure he has a smoke ready to re-smoke it, just so that it buys him a bit more time to wait for your guys up a B. Once you've done that, Molly can go here, or what I would recommend is Molly, the people from tunnels, Molly the back site. That pushes anyone out to here, and obviously your guys' window and door are able to take it. So yeah, that is how you do a B take. So going on from mid control, straight away we're going to follow up to a B split. Now, there is a set B execute, but a split, which I will be showing in the latter part of the video. However, this B execute is, or this B split is the one I would go to constantly because it offers you the best chance of winning, I guess. So make sure there's always a CT smoke down, just purely so that you can't get shot in the back. And then what you do, the guys that are out of tunnel are probably going to molly this and probably molly back sight, so that anyone on the blue container, that was a really bad molly, but anyone here is then mollied out, and they will just focus here. So your jobs are very, very simple. Oh, if I can actually get it. Usually, so it depends how you want to do this, and sort of team preference, but this is just how I would do it. Send two people up mid, three out tunnels, or the other, or vice versa, three coming up from B and two out tunnels. But the first guy in the window always clears out car, or this guy window, in my opinion, is so influential because you see the whole entire A site. The only bit he can't see is like this blind spot down on the actual site, but he can clear out car. The guy door will then clear out the site. By that time, your two B guys can then come out, and usually these guys will take the first fights, and they're just there to clean up the pieces. But yeah, it's a lot better drawn on the map we did just a minute ago. So if I have explained it a bit badly, I do apologize. But that is how a B split will work. And then the last thing we are going to be covering is how to do a straight up B take. Say you've got everybody tunnels and you just want to do it that way. How do you do it? Well, first of all, I would always throw a lurker smoke out here, get somebody to jump up onto the thing or onto the little ledge. It tells you if anybody is playing car, anybody behind here, anybody on the site, anybody back here in the main four spots. Once you've done that, straight up a couple flashes and everybody barrels out. Molly into the window, smoke in the doorway, and that is your B site taken. I would only recommend doing this if you are trying to throw a curveball or you've seen something that they only play one on B or anything like that. I wouldn't recommend just putting five people in a tunnel just purely because it's such a narrow choke point and you can die very quickly. I would recommend splits more than anything if you're going to take the B site. But that has been everything. Let's see what that looks like in game. And so the last thing I'm going to cover is the B take. So say if you want to do a straight tunnels push, this is how you would do it. First thing you would throw is the kind of lurker smoke on dust 2, so you can jump up onto here and have a look. You would molly out there, you can molly out backside as well. If you want to do that, I don't tend to throw that one, but I'll throw it in there. And then you can either molly window and smoke doors, which is very simple, then you can cross the other plan, or you can smoke window. I would always smoke the door though, never molly it, because obviously the AWP CT could probably get an easy shot. Obviously molly out the window gives you guys some time, and then you're ready for the retake, and hopefully in position to counter it. So yeah, that is a B execute. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this episode of the Strategies Guide. I know it's been a bit of a shorter one compared to the normal ones purely because of how many things you can run on this map. There's probably things I have missed, so if I have missed anything, please let me know down below. Other than that, guys, please like, comment, subscribe, tune in for next week where we cover another map on the strategies guide, as well as check out my new series on 911 Operator coming on Monday, as well as the Lethal Take episode on Wednesday. Other than that, guys, have a great day, and I'll catch you next time.